Hi, my name is Phil Johncock, the Grant Professor. Welcome to the 10 top reasons why every grant writer needs to use social media. Before we get to reason number 10, let me say that my favorite social media platforms and the ones that I think you should start off with if you're just starting as a grant professional is Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Google+. And I've got a big question for you. What if social media could increase your knowledge of the grant profession, your credibility as a grant writer while generating clients? Would you be interested? Of course you would. So let's take a look at reason number 10, why every grant writer, why you need to use social media. Reason number 10, grant makers are buying in a big way. So foundation leaders are using social media, Web 2.0 services like e-newsletters, listservs, blogs, podcasts in a big way, on a regular and then also occasionally. But this, interestingly, was done back in 2010. So just imagine today how many more grant makers are participating and how much more often they're using these services. So here are some of the top blogs that you might want to start following if you want to get to know grant makers in a bigger way. Let's look at reason number 9, accessing experts to ask your questions. So a grant writer asked me this: what's the best ways for a small rural agency to compete with the larger urban one? I didn't have an answer to that, so I asked it on the LinkedIn group, and Judy was gracious enough to provide a very extensive answer to this that I shared, and it was the perfect answer to what this person was looking for. So if you need to access experts, people who know more than you, and you want to ask your questions, then try subscribing to these 7 groups. These are the 7 top LinkedIn groups for grant writers. And I'm going to, you can pause this. You can write these down because I'm going to go through quickly. I want to get through as much as I can in less than 10 minutes. So on these groups, you'll find discussions, polls, timely issues in the grant profession. You can ask your question. It's a great group to belong to, and you can have a lot of fun. Let's look at reason number 8, why social media is important. Real-time sharing of resources. So TweetDeck, this is an example of a layout. I use tweetdeck.com, and these are columns, these are hashtags. If you don't know what hashtags are, they are keywords that you can put into your 140-character tweet, and you can share all kinds of great information on grant writing, grants, foundations, philanthropy, and I'm going to give you a list of some charity hashtags in a moment in reason number 7. But for now, let's just look at, you can click on these links. There's all kinds of great resources that you can find when you're tracking these discussions happening on Twitter all the time. President Obama did a town home meeting that was done online. It was virtual. I made a comment. I found the hashtag for the event, made a comment, and the LA Times sent me a tweet, and a reporter said that they wanted to use my comment in their stories. It also, in emergencies and disaster relief, like down below here, you can see if you find the hashtag for that particular emergency and provide some sort of assistance. This is a great way to share resources on emergencies that are happening, and especially handling disaster reliefs. Great way that social media is contributing to our communities. Reason number 7 is real-time sharing of knowledge. I would pause, hit the pause, write down this down here at the bottom, this URL, and you can get the 45 top hashtags according to this particular author of hashtags for social change, and hashtags like volunteers. Maybe you work with volunteers a lot. Maybe you're looking for donors. Building your resume online is reason number 6. LinkedIn is the perfect online resume for you professionally. There's an example on the right of the Nevada Grant Professionals Association that their members, we do a link to their LinkedIn page so you can find out more information about them. So professionally, you want to create your profile. You want to, here's Carolyn Hendrickson, put your degrees, put your current experience, your information, your URL that you can give out to people. You want to include your recommendations that you receive for the work that you're doing. And the skill endorsements is something new. You can see here's the LinkedIn page for me, my profile, and you can set up your skills and expertise and then have people endorse endorse you. What a great way for people to let the rest of the world know what your skills are and your expertise is. Reason number 5 why social media is needed for grant writers is that you can survey the field, you can add to the conversation. So here's a poll that I did about what's the most controversial issue in the grant profession. Great way to find out what the trends are. So you can stop, pause the video, you can write these down, you can get links, you can see part of the discussion that happened around scams. I shared a fact sheet on grant scams because one of the issues that I get asked a lot is, can you write grants for business, for-profit business? Well, I got tired of answering the same old question in the same old way, so I created a fact sheet, and this is one that you probably should add to your repertoire so you can pass out to people. So stop the video, write this down, and access it. Reason number 4, grant makers are using social media to deliver technical assistance. An example of that is back in 2009 when the stimulus package, or the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, was passed. The way you got information was using YouTube. YouTube was a way they were sharing the technical assistance about the grants. Here's a reporting timeline and activities. Reason number 3 why social media is important, you can find new clients. So I had a radio show. The Grant Goddess was on the radio show. And in that show, I said, answer questions on LinkedIn. And you might just pick up a client. Well, she did right after the show. Within minutes, even before the show had finished, she picked up clients. And that was really quick. So you also want to watch for requests for grant writers. If you're just starting out and you want to get some experience, this is a great way for you to see potential leads, people who are looking for grant writers. You can actually develop a pro bono package. Here's an example of a Blog Talk radio show that I did with Heather, and her business actually does a pro bono program, and so your pro bono package is a way for you to gain experience in the profession, and also you can ask for recommendations in your contract. So before you just go in without having a contract, do a contract and say, I'm going to do this for free, or I'm going to do this for low cost, but I expect you to provide a recommendation at the end. So it's a great way to start building your resume and just starting out. Reason number 2 why social media is important is that grant makers are using contests on social media to decide where to give their money. So you see on the left, you can see Toyota, their 100 Cars for Good, where they're giving out a new car every day for 100 days, and you vote, and the top vote getters get a new car. So could you use a new car? Of course you could. Now, here's a Home Depot that they had a Facebook competition, and in Reno, just down the street, the Veterans Guest House won $250,000 from their Aprons in Action program because they're serving veterans, and Home Depot likes to support veterans in this Aprons in Action program. Chase, their community giving, look at this, 3.3, not people, this is million. Great ways where they're providing resources and money available online. So the number 1 reason why you should learn social media is that Google is branding you personally right now. So take control of the brand called you. So if you Google your name here, you'll notice that Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube are the sites that come up first. So I've taken over the first page of Google for my name because I've set it up correctly. And so as a grant writer, you want people to find you and to find your social media sites. So that's one reason. They have a lot of backlinks. Google loves backlinks, so that's why it's going to rank you higher in a search engine. So my name is Phil Johncock, the Grant Professor. This has been 10 top reasons why every grant writer needs to use social media: Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google+. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.